My name is Dawn and this is Color to Calm. I'm so excited to share with you guys my completed pages for February 2025, and I also want to show you some of the new techniques I used and some of the new books that I colored this month. Unfortunately, I don't have them in any particular order. So I believe what I'm going to do for this month when I'm doing my pages for March, I am going to keep a coloring journal or diary just so I can document which pages I did and on what day. It will just help me be a little bit more organized when I'm doing the completed pages for that month, to have everything kind of written down so I can go through it chronologically instead of just showing you book by book. First, I'm going to show you bold mandalas. I am going to move these over here. No, I just broke my desk. Start with this one. I only colored one page from the bold mandalas book this month, but I think I'm going to spend a little more time in March coloring some of the bold and easy books. This is a page I completed on February 22nd. I wanted to keep it kind of a greenish blue color, but I also was thinking about adding shading with the colored pencils, which I've been doing a lot of recently. But then I'm like, I love dotting or doing the dot work, which is also called stippling. And I love how this turned out. Very soothing to do, and the colors were very soothing as well. So I really enjoyed doing this page. And that's from the Bold Mandalas book. Next we have Stained Glass Dragons. I recently updated the cover for this book, as well as adding the new intro page at the beginning. Now for this book, I think I did my page towards the back. I did, there it is. So there's the back. So you can see where the alcohol marker does come through. You do need a barrier page between the page you're working on and the page beneath it. Otherwise it will run. This one was fun to do as well. This was completed on February 1st. I began by doing the base layer in alcohol marker. And then I did my shading with the colored pencil. And I really wanted to make it look like the light was coming from behind the stained glass. So I'm actually really happy with how the stained glass, you know, shows that light coming through. And the eyes are really pretty. I do love this book. This is a fun book to color. So that's my page. And that's the Stained Glass Dragons adult coloring book. Next, we have Magical Fairy Homes. And if you've been watching my lives, you know I love coloring this book on my lives. I usually play Celtic music when I'm doing these lives, especially if I'm doing them on TikTok, because there are a lot of rules with YouTube with their music. So I'm just going to start from the beginning and show you the pages I colored throughout the month. This page was completed February 25th. I love the colors of this page. I love how cohesive they all are. I really wanted to go for a greenish tone. The purple flowers, this was suggested in the live for the purple flowers, And I wanted to keep this mushroom the same as the stalk of the mushroom or the body, just to kind of tie it all together. And that's kind of why I chose a purple door as well, so it would go with the flowers. But these are so fun to do, and I absolutely love how it turned out. This was one of the pages that I started using my colored pastels for the background and using my eraser to create a bouquet effect, and adding in little sparkles in the sky. You can really tell a difference between the pages, which I'll show you later. Almost my before and after. When I started using this technique, it really has elevated my completed pages. I just love how they turn out. I love the whimsy and the magical element that it brings to the page, and there's so much you can do with these pastels. It's a chalk pastel, so it's easy to blend, but if you have a look at my channel, I have given a little bit of a tutorial on how to do the pastel backgrounds using a Q-tip or a cotton ball to help blend it in. But very beautiful. They turn out really nice. They turn out very magically. So here's the difference. This one, I absolutely love how the mushroom bumps turned out and how three-dimensional this looks. But you can tell a difference. I was never coloring before, never coloring my backgrounds before. I was normally just leaving them blank and really just focusing on the forefront. So focusing on the mushroom and the trees behind it and just leaving the background. But now I think I'm going to be, if time permitting, or I will go back over and, tidy up a page or add on that background afterwards. This one's really cute too. I love the flowers in the garden, and I love this path. I think it's so inviting. You really want to go for a visit there. I love how the colors blended, and I really do enjoy using the alcohol markers to lay down the base. So everything I'm going to be showing you today, I have used alcohol markers. And for most pages, I believe for all of my grayscale adult coloring pages, I am using sorry, my dog. I am using the colored pencils to shade. And occasionally I will use the white gel pen or my Sharpie pens to add my details, like I did around the light here. And I use a sparkle, I think it was my sparkle marker or a gel pen for the hinges and the door. Let me show you a little close-up of that. So let's flip to the next page. This one I did on February 2nd. Now, I originally did this on a live on the 2nd, and then I did my practicing by adding the background onto this one as well. I did use a black gel pen for some of my details. So I really went in afterwards and added in like this wrought iron railing and some details in the windows, and also added some dots along the foliage with the white gel pen. And this is a super cute page as well. But this one's, I really love this railing, and I really love this area over here. It just looks like I want to sit right here with my cup of tea and look over the garden and into the forest. And it just seems so fun and cozy. I think next time I might add a little bit of smoke coming out of the chimney. I need to work on that technique, but I'm really happy with how the bouquet effect and the chalk pastels look on this page. So let's move along. This is one I also did on my live on February 23rd. And this is kind of where I started, with the help of my followers, suggested I color the background, making it look like it was nighttime. And I think that's kind of what sparked me to look at a way to color the background without using markers. And I wasn't exactly loving how the colored pencil looked, but I love the idea of having a background to accentuate the, the house. So I tried with this background, and it's okay, but I am in love with how this all kind of blended together and how it blends out into each other and really looks like an authentic house in a mushroom. It looks so good. The shingles turned out lovely. This color blending, it laid down really nicely, and I used a light green for the base here and a brown for the base here, and in between I kind of used a greenish yellow to add some flicks of that color there, and then blended everything together with the colored pencils, and it really just makes it look so magical. One thing that did happen during my live was I was adding the white, and I accidentally, I don't know why I do this, but sometimes I'll brush away little specks or whatever, and I did end up kind of messing this up a little bit, but you can't really tell. So this is this page, and I really do enjoy using this book on my lives. So you can see where I've added some shiny details. I don't know if it's going to show up for you guys, but I did add in some silver details, and it's beautiful. And there's the back. So you can see where I am using the alcohol markers. Next one. Sorry, I'm skipping along here. Let me make sure there's no one in between. This one I did on February 18th, and this was in a live as well. I really wanted everything to be almost monotone. The color, I started with the purpley pink color, and my one of my followers suggested green for the top, and it looks so cute. I love how it turned out. So without it getting too colorful, I kind of wanted everything to be the same. So the green kind of is matching here, and the purple I felt was a good complement to the green and the pink. And I think it turned out lovely. So you can also tell that I was starting to toy with the idea of adding some things in the background. So I just add some swirly colors in the back, and it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with this page. So this was done on the 18th of February. And I do enjoy that one as well. Let's have a look. And I believe I have one more, or that might be it for this book. Okay, so that's everything for the Magical Fairy Homes for February, but I did get quite a few done. I was really happy with how they turned out, and I am going to continue using this book in March. I think the vibe of the lives when I'm coloring these is a lot of fun and really light and magical and whimsical, and I love playing the Celtic music while I'm coloring these, like the fairy type music. So it is a lot of fun, it's relaxing, and I really think that my followers are enjoying that. Next we have Blooming Bees, and this book is new as well. I began coloring this one after the unboxing video that I will also link in my profile. And this book is so fun and beautiful. Let me get to my page here. This is a must-have for anyone who loves gardens. This page was on February 24th, and it was the first page that I did this technique with. Turned out so well, and I loved doing it so much that I kind of became addicted, and that's all I've done since, is this type of background. This page really solidified my love of coloring grayscale coloring books. I love the way that when you add your marker over top, it just automatically looks like you have done all your shading and everything else without having to worry too much about it. I also love the fact that you can add your colored pencils to shade and highlight, and it really brings that whole image to life. It just looks so beautiful. I wish you guys could see it in real life because it really does look three-dimensional. I did try to make the wings look as transparent as possible by going in behind with the darker marker, or the color of the legs. I kind of just dabbed the ink onto that area without saturating like I did down here. And then you go over top with the wing color. So this wing color was like a really, really light gray. And I honestly just put a little bit on in strokes. I wasn't saturating the page. I was letting it kind of be uneven to give it that translucent look. And then over top, I added a little bit of purple in some spots and a little bit of yellow. But that was a really fun and lovely page. So this was my first one doing the chalk pastels in the background. The next page from this book was done on one of my lives on February 25th. And the colors, again, were provided by my followers. So I think it turned out so pretty. I love, okay, first of all, I'm addicted to purple. That is my color. But the suggestion was to add in a little bit of pink. And I think it really just complemented, having even just these buds being a pink color, really complemented the page. And again, with the translucent wings, I gave it that light wash with the alcohol marker in a bluish gray, and went over top in some spots with a purple colored pencil with a white colored pencil. And I believe I added a few little things of silver as well. For the flowers, I did use a purple alcohol marker in the base, and then used a darker purple around where the shadows would be. So that's going to be, you know, behind other petals around the center here. And it really makes it three-dimensional. Like I said earlier, the grayscale books show you where to shade and highlight. So it makes it a lot easier to have a little bit more of a creative experience when you're coloring. For the centers, I used 2 or 3 different colors of yellow and just added dots over top of the centers that were there. And then I added black, oh, maybe it's dark gray. I can't remember if it was dark gray or black, but I add in stippling around where there would be the shadow instead of it shading it too darkly with the colored pencil, which I also did. I love doing stippling, so I just kind of thought that would be a fun detail. And this one again, I did use the colored pastels for the background. It is like a peach color and a pink color kind of mixed together as I'm doing the background. And then I take an eraser, erase some circles and dots. It creates that kind of blurry effect in the background, almost like bubbles or fairy lights in the distance. And then I add a few dots around it in some spots. I didn't do a lot on this page. Now, here's my favorite book right now. As you will see, what I did was after I uploaded this book to Amazon and before it arrived, because I have the PDF file, I printed out a couple of the pages so I could get coloring because I could not wait. So this was the first page I colored. I loved it so much. Was this the first one? Yes, the third. Yes. So this one was on the third. And I was like, okay, let me see what, you know, how much of a difference I could make if I color them almost the same, but change up some of the colors. So I really went for kind of like a earthy tone here with his clothes, but I left this mushroom cap almost the same for these and his beard and hat. So even just changing the flowers and the color of his pants and shirt just makes it look like 2 different pictures. But I love them. I love the little details. I love his little pack here. And it just turned out so cute. This one I did add a few more little like stippling effects in certain areas along his nose, in some of the rocks, and on his boots. So that was cute. These were done on the 3rd and the 4th, but they turned out so cute. This one I did on the 5th of February, and I used this completed page for practice doing my chalk pastel background. But he was really cute too. I love his ginger beard. I love coloring these gnomes because for 2 reasons especially. Oh, 3. I love their beards. I love coloring hair, and I think coloring beards is so much fun, and I love coloring flowers. So this kind of brings in 2 elements of my coloring that I really, really enjoy. The flowers and beard and hair and that kind of thing. I also love grayscale books, so the combination of the grayscale and the flowers and the hair and the beards is so fun to color. So this one was done on February 5th. February 6th. I can't remember if I did this one in a live or not. I think I did. It was super cute too. I love the, like I said, I'm probably going to repeat myself a little bit, but I love the beards. I love the flowers are so cute, and I loved adding in the dots on this one. This is why I didn't practice with this page to do the background, because I had already kind of added some whimsical touches and details in, you know, on the background already. So I did leave this one. I do like the coloring the ground or a pathway, and then adding a little bit of green into that, into the alcohol marker, so they kind of blend into each other like they would in real life, you know? So that was a cute one to do too. This one I did on February 16th, and I will show, I did practice as well with this one on the background. He's cute too, and I really like how this mushroom cap walking stick turned out. I like the little details that I added here. But that was sweet. That's a sweet face too. Feathers in his cap and his stripy pants. I did color another one of these images, so I'll keep this one aside and show you from the book which one I colored. Now, you will notice I have two books. So what I did was, this is the first version, and I ordered it and received it and realized that in the book itself, the images, they weren't very crisp. So I went back in and had to change my resolution. For some reason, it didn't upload properly. So this book, I'm still going to use this coloring book because I do like the images from it. But you will notice that it's not as crisp as the other book when I do show you some of those pictures. So this is the same image. I haven't colored this one yet, but let me see if I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, I did a few in this book. Oh, I did quite a few in this book. This one was completed on February 16th, and I really wanted to kind of focus on using two colors for the gnome, and then the bluish greenish yellow for the flowers in the background. So I think that really turned out with this Argyle style shirt under here. I did add a tiny bit of gray into this pink down here. I don't know if you guys can see it though, but I did add a little bit of gray to this pink to kind of make his hat and his beard, you know, flow together. But I loved coloring his gray beard. I thought the gray looked so cute on this guy. And, you know, I think it's feasible that some of these garden gnomes are old enough to have gray hair. It makes him wise. But this one again, I did some details in the background with my stippling. So I added I used gel pen for the stippling in this one. And then I added some sparkly highlights to his garden tools. So I thought that was super cute. That one turned out well. This one I also did on a live. And here's the other. So we'll do a side by side. The difference it makes when you use different colors, just completely changes the picture. So fun to kind of have a comparison between the two styles and two colors that I used, and even some of the techniques. I did use a little bit of a different technique for the beard. I didn't, I believe with this one that my alcohol marker was solid for the beard in the background. For this one, I used more of a flicking motion, keeping the center more white. I didn't go all the way through that hair with the alcohol marker. But yeah, I think they both look super cute. I do love this one. I love his ginger beard, and I really do love the flowers and the little whimsical dots everywhere. So this one was completed on February 8th. February 5th. I wanted this guy to look like a hobbit. And I think he turned out so good. I think this might be my favorite page. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite page. The greens and the earthy tones turned out so nicely. And these little strawberries, I love this page. I don't even know what to tell you about it because I love it so much. I could go on. I love the colors of the flower highlights. And it just, everything just pulls together in this one. And I do love using the dots in the background to create that whimsical feel. You don't always need to do a background. You can still have a beautiful page without coloring the background. And don't overthink it, honestly. Coloring should be fun and not a huge chore. So just do what makes you happy. And I think that was the last one I colored from this version of the book. Sorry, yes. So I'm going to show you the pages from, so this is my good copy. I put a little green mark there, so I know this is my good copy. So this is the copy that is a better resolution. So I don't know what happened in that upload, and I'm really glad that I ordered it. So I actually order all my books anyway. This one was completed February 20th on my live as well. And I'm really, to be honest, I don't love this purple. It does make him look kind of like a wizard, which isn't all that bad. And his beard is kind of cute. I do like the gray. And then I used a little bit of a pinky purple over top to do the shading and highlighting. So he is cute, but it's definitely not my favorite page. The flowers are pretty. So that was February 20th. And I believe this was on my live as well. And unfortunately, I forgot during the beginning, because I was so busy setting up, I forgot to put my barrier protective sheet behind this before I started. So it does, you can see that it kind of ruined this page. I may try and fix it. I don't know. That will be something for another day. Let's see. Oh, this one was done on February 15th. Right. So I did this during my live first. And I really felt like I goofed on this mushroom cap. So I redid it, and I should have done the exact same colors for his clothes and his hat and everything else, and just redone this mushroom. Because I don't love this, but I do love this. I don't love this, but I do love this. So, you win some, you lose some. Okay. I feel like there should be more in here. Did I just pass it? Oh, I did. It's right here. February 14th, so Valentine's Day. This one was completed on a live, and again, I did the bouquet background with the pastels and my eraser. This time I took a Q-tip and rubbed it on the pastel and added in another color besides just the white background. So it does look like there's fairy lights in behind him. But I love this page. I love green and orange together. So I try to keep his beard kind of a reddish brown instead of a darker brown. I thought it would look nicer with the green. And the orange berries and the blue flowers just turned out so lovely. I love this page. This one I completed on February 28th. This I think I just did on a TikTok live, so it wasn't a restream, so I didn't actually do it on YouTube as well, but he turned out so cute. I love orange and green together. I think they just look so nice and natural and earthy. And the background, I did add a few more details to the colored pastel. I added what I do, I think I've already said this to you, is after I lay down my base with the colored with the chalk pastels, I take an eraser and I create these lighter spots for the background. Then I took a green colored pastel and used a Q-tip to add in some green lights coming through in behind. And then I added smaller white and larger white dots with my gel pen. After those dried, I let them dry first. I did add some twinkles. I love adding little twinkles and sparkles, and also to his belt buckle. So that turned out so cute. I love this page. You notice I didn't show you the other ones up close because I didn't love them. And I'm not sure. Oh, I do have another one from the 14th. This is the last one. So this guy was, I did two, I guess, on one day. This guy's cute too. But again, not my favorite. I think I love his nose. I love how his nose turned out and the flowers turned out really pretty. Not loving the color of his pants. Anyway, I don't love his pants, and his boots might have been better if they were like a grayish. And I didn't really add any details to the background. I'm not sure what was going on that day. Well, it was Valentine's Day, so I probably had to go have some dinner with my hubby. I am hoping to do more lives on YouTube and TikTok together. The lives have been so much fun. So my goal is to do at least one live a week and upload 2 videos per week. So I will be coloring somewhere in between there. And I think I'm going to stick with the fairy book, the gnome book, and the bees. So kind of a spring theme. I'm really missing spring, and it's been very stormy and wintry and snowy here. I may throw in some other mandalas or some of my other, I got some new books that are coming in, so I don't know. If you have any suggestions, or if you know of any books that I have that you want me to color and dedicate a page to you, you just let me know in the comments and I will make it happen. I appreciate all of you so much. I'm so glad you're here with me. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dawn. This is Color to Calm. We'll see you next time.